Polski Erosi Usari. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hello there everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes roster review. So we've got Sceptog here of that guild that I have just tried to say for the intro, and I've probably butchered your name, so I apologise for that. Alright, so let's just give you a quick rundown of what Sceptog's got, and then we will go deeper into the roster. So, here we go. So, total GP 5.256 million. We got 92 Zetas, 5 Omicrons, 59 total Relics, 41 Relic 5 pluses, so just for the record, that is very nice as far as the ratio goes. Gear 12 units 11, 6 dot mods 159, of which we've got 15 speed mods in total. I don't know why I say of which, it's not just the 6 dot mods, but for some reason I like that. Never mind, 20 plus speed mods, we've got 56, and 25 speed mods, we've got 16. And then as far as GLs go, we've got JMK and we've got Sith Eternal Emperor. So, we did have a little update from Sceptog just before this. Well, when I say just before this, it was last night. So I'm just going to have a quick read of it because I want to make sure that I'm using the most up-to-date information. So, let's see. Here we go. Hey, I'm already on the list, just wanted to update the context as it's changed a bit. I've finished Malik and JMK, we can see that here, very good. Slowly gathering Cat and working towards JKL, JML, Slacker till the end of the year, and a constant mods grind, of course. Okay, so mods could be interesting from that perspective, just for the fact that, like I say, I don't think your numbers are bad. I think you're beating my free-to-play ult anyway. So, yeah, let's get into your account, let's see how it's looking. Okay, so let's get into factions. We're going to start at the top. 5-0 first. So, Relic 6, Sky Guy 5s on Rex, Ahsoka Tano, Echo, and Arc. Okay, so, I don't know why I pronounce it like that, Arc. But yeah, Sky Guy, you've got offense, defense. Okay. We've got 233 speed, 122k protection, so yeah, that's what I was expecting. 9181 damage. I'm madly curious what you get Relic 7. It might only be a little bump, but that does actually look quite friendly for a Relic 7 jump, so maybe worth considering. But yeah, offensive gas, completely get it. 5s. Okay, we've got defense and health sets. Okay, I'd say those numbers look a little bit low. And not a lot of damage as well. Let's have a look at your actual mods. So we've got speed primary, you got defense, you got health, you got tenacity, offense. There's a fair argument here this does need rolling, but I'm also quite interested to see if that is worth rolling because only two stats there are really going to benefit from tactical awareness. So again, I'm nitpicking, but you could argue 5s is the one character that essentially screams out, right, I need this. And you've got, when you're looking at your mod, you think, right, can I give him health, protection, speed, offense? So 2 out of 4, it's not bad, obviously. You've got health and offense. I'm always nitpicky, though, in these situations and thinking, can you get those 2 as well? Especially when I think your numbers are a little low, I'm thinking, all right, what can you do to improve that? So you've gone defense, you've got protection, defense, offense, speed. Okay, so 3 of those would translate. Out of curiosity, what was your armor? 74, pretty high armor. All right, we've got protection, offense, crit chance, tenacity, speed. Okay, so 2 would go, but the offense really isn't worth sharing. And then we've got health, protection, tenacity, speed, potency. I feel like I've seen a lot of tenacity here. Yeah, pretty high. You know, without a tenacity primary, that's high. Speed, offense, health, nice little grouping. And that is a brilliant mod for 5s. Double protection, health, speed, offense primary naturally. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so I would say you need tweaking a little bit because at Relic 6, I'd be hoping that would be pushing 100k. And Yeah, it's a little side thing as well, but if you can get the offense number up as well, it's nice just for the sacrifice. But it's not a must. I mean, there is now a way of actually boosting the offense, which I believe people do in the cam mission. Essentially, where I'm just trying to make sure I get this right. Via Domino Squad, if Fives is not taunting, then essentially he has extra offense. Yeah, here we go. So he deals 100% more damage when not taunting. So essentially, it's always just about making sure that that offense is shared. Now, I don't know if it's 100%, I doubt it's 100% more offense. So you think, what is it? It could be 100% offense, I don't know. But I'll just look at it and I think, okay, it's another reason not to taunt when you want Fives to die. You want to get that offense sharing. All right, I've rambled on a bit about Fives there. Rex, let's have a look there. 320. Okay. Yeah, fast Rex. Let's move on. Ahsoka. I never look at Ahsoka, so I don't know why I click on it. 151 speed. That's pretty good damage. I like that. All right. I'll be honest. I'm not an Ahsoka aficionado. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. I hope you're remodding. I hope you are. Although that would mean probably a few more missing mods. Alright, 245 speed on Arc. That is a little slow. How I view it, I have tried this method with having Arc as the fastest. I'm not won over by it. Although I think I've got to wait for 5v5 to come back before I can say it's definitely not a good idea. Okay, my dog's in my room and I've got a squeaky toy in here, so she's decided now's the time to play with it. I swear she loves showing off when the microphone's on, just to prove she's still here. Alright, so sorry if that's in the background. Hopefully it's been muted a little bit. But yeah, just as far as Art Trooper, I have got that on my big account, actually, this one. My Art Trooper's a bit quicker. But on the other ones, I've slowed it back down to be just behind Rex. The whole reason for having a faster Art Trooper apparently is the idea that it'll help to make the CLS counter harder. But with having 3v3 last season, it's been hard to test it. So I will keep an eye out on this account just to see how it goes. But as far as the other three, if anything, I want to try and get fast offense mods. I think that is the important thing, because if we just take a look at your offense number, which I neglected, 8,928, you think to yourself, yeah, that's pretty high for Relic 5. So if you go up to Relic 7, that could push 10k quite comfortably. So you look and you think that's the number you want to be pushing. You want to make sure that Arc is doing as much damage as possible. So yeah, I do about that. All right, Dottie. All right. Down to a penny, even though I've just chucked it, she brings it back to me. She never plays fetch. Alright, let's have a look down your list. Bad Batch. Anything here? Ooh, okay. I've been saying this a few times. Bad Batch are definitely a very good low investment team. You do need the Zetas, but by golly, you can get some good investment out of them Zetas, so don't sleep on them. Alright, Bounty Hunters. We've got Relegate Bulba. We've got... Well, actually, you've got the Executor, so I don't know why I'm actually listing them off, because we kind of know what you've got. You're a bit like my big account. You've got a Gear 12 Mandalorian, and Zam could do with a bump as well, so a few little projects here to work on. Glad you got Grief at Relic 1, though. How's your boss looking? We have got... Woo-wee! I like that 320 speed. Very nicely done. For that, I can forgive... Well, actually, I'll say I can forgive. You've got low tenacity, but... Can I check Aura? Is Aura built? Built enough. You're going to get some shards in this next couple of days as I'm recording it, because she's on the Galactic Chase thing. Well, I don't know what you call it now. The additive drops. So, yeah, you should get some benefit. But, yeah, 320. Very nice speed on Bosk. How far behind is Grief? Oh, okay. I am very impressed there. Okay, that is actually worth a round of applause. If I could actually get a round of applause in at this point, I will try and edit it in, because you deserve it. I say it because I've tried myself to get my Bosk and my Grief that close together, and it is a nightmare. So congratulations are in order. How far is Zam behind as well? 290, so not that far behind. So you should be getting good work out of that Omicron. I don't know if there are... Well, you've told me that you're working on JKL, JML, and Slacker, so I assume these aren't a current project, but... Oh, if you could afford to give them some extra gear just to get those two up to Relic, maybe do a bit on Aura when you get a chance. Oh, you could have some fun, but I know what it's like. I struggle to get around to them, so yeah, I have sympathy. But yeah, those two look absolutely golden. If I was you, I would just not touch those mods now. I would just leave them locked in. So yeah, well done. I know, by the way, everyone, I know I didn't look at secondaries on Bosk. How I look at it, if you're going for that type of build where you're wanting to be fast for the Omicron, really the whole point of the team isn't to be defensive, it's meant to be offensive. You're meant to be the first one taking a turn, the first one to get your attacks out, so defensive stats, etc., they don't matter as much. For the record, by the way, that would actually be a cool thing for you to be all telling me if you're doing your roster review requests. Just let me know things like this. If you're using bounty hunters on offense, defense, what lead you use, because a faction like this, for instance, I'm guessing Aura, and I'm guessing that maybe you've got these two lined up for that purpose, but for all I know, you use Bosk lead. If that's the case, the modding does need work, but honestly, the speed is still nice. So it's one of those where, again, I can kind of understand it, although I wouldn't advise it. Okay, we're going down to Empire. So let's have a look at Vader. Offense and potency. And let's see, 266 speed. Looks like you got a crit damage triangle. That's breaking my little thing, but let's just see, 8,499. I'm going to say Relic 7, that's pretty nice. I'll put it like this, I think I'm taking mine to Relic 7 on my free-to-play today, and I don't think I'll be that high. But yeah, I would say that is pretty good. I mean, I'm looking and thinking, ooh, that was a bit unlucky there, actually. Yeah, if I were in your shoes, I'd got 4 and 2 on the offense. I'd be thinking, go on, roll it, you might get the offense, and damn, RNG went against you there. Very unlucky. But yeah, I would say go for the offense primary. I think if you're going for offense sets, go for offense primary. But yeah, I look at it, I think it isn't bad. It's just me being a bit nitpicky. Well, no, nitpicky, it's more anal. Alright, Piet. We're mixing up the Imperial Troopers into this section. Ooh, 340. That is a nice Piet. Alright, how are the rest of your imps? We'll have a look. You've got Thrawn. 309, that's nice speed on Thrawn. You got a Relic 7 Dark Trooper. Well done for going all the way on inverted commas there. How I see it, R7 for me is still the end of the road. R8 and R9 are optional. So yeah, for me that's the end of the road for a turn. Yeah, you lucky ducks who've got R8 and R9 on tap. Congratulations. But yeah, let's have a look. You've got Gideon. What speed is he? 350, right. So this is an interesting imp group, shall we call it, because you could probably go a few different ways. 291 was Stark. And I don't really need to look at Dark, but I will just in case. 252, what was your offense? Pretty high offense, 9455. And I don't really want to look at Veers, I'll be honest. So I would say you've got your turns pretty well clocked. I mean, where's range in all this? 237, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'd say you've got options there because you could do Piet lead, sorry, not Piet lead. You could do Piet on his own as the turn meter chain commander, if you like. For a while, I've run Gideon with Piet just to, you know, pull the turn meter away from opponents and then let Piet take a turn. But I'm actually beginning to think that Piet is just fine in having Gideon elsewhere, maybe with Empire. So yeah, you could probably do the same. Especially with the Darth Revan counter, because 340 did I say? Yeah, 340, so you're going to be 360 effective, so... I mean, when you think, I would say an average for a Darth Revan is 330 to 340. 340 is usually what you could see, but 330 is probably what I see a lot as well. So you're going to outspeed those quite comfortably. It's only if you go and face, say, a 340 plus Talon that you'd have to start thinking about it, and even then, you've got Wat Tambor you could throw in potentially. So yeah, you've got your turn orders nice and locked, and I'm saying that about Wat Tambor. You could always just use Gideon to get the first turn. You wouldn't be able to remove turn meter, but you could start generating turns of your own. So yeah, you're absolutely in fine order. But yeah, very nice. By the way, I don't know if you're working on Shore Troopers, say this to anyone, but good luck. I got him to Gear 12 recently, and he was one hell of a pain for Carbontes. And stun guns are very cool. So stun guns aren't as much a problem anymore, it's the Carbontes. Alright, so Ewoks, looks like bare minimum. I'll say, I respect it. Let's move on. First Order. Okay, again, upcoming project. I respect it. Yeah, let's carry on. Galactic Republic. So, Relic 7 JMK. Let's have a quick nosy. What speed are we looking at? 549, okay. And offense, 8778. Alright, that does seem a little bit low. What primaries have you gone with? Speed, health. Okay. I mean, I think for myself I've gone for a more offensive build, but I wouldn't say I know exactly what I'm doing still with JMK modding. The main thing I've aimed for with him is speed, because I think if I'm taking the first turn, then it hopefully means that I can get my chain of attacks going quicker. But yeah, it's I don't think it's a hard tune to mod, or I don't think there's a wrong way to mod him. I mean, you look at Slacker, for instance, SLKR. There's people say speed. I've stood for the longest time with offense, but I will admit I'm trying speed myself right now. And yeah, I just looking to think there are different ways of modding. So yeah, I mean, you've gone health. It's working for you. That's all good. I think for myself, I've just gone for offense because he is an attacker. But if I've got to say, he isn't an attacker in a traditional sense. He's more of a supportive attacker. You know, he's not the one who you expect to land the kill shot, despite being the Galactic Legend. He's more just there to facilitate Cat getting the kill shot. So yeah, a little bit interesting. All right, so we'll have a look at Kenobi. Kenobi's got going big with JMK, so how is he modded? 99k, and we've got 234 speed. Okay, so again, there's a few ways I've seen to mod GK under JMK. Health is definitely the way in my opinion, although if you can put protection in there as well, it's not a bad thing. The one thing I have noticed is if you can get little to no speed, it's not a bad thing. Because, for instance, if you do a JMK mirror, Kenobi's gone anyway, so it doesn't matter. But if you're going for, say... Well, for starters, if you're going for a match against another GL, or if, say, you're going to be using Kenobi in CPIT, a slow GK can be beneficial just for the simple fact that it will hold on to the damage immunity for longer. And if your other turns are fast, it gives them turns to cycle back around to give damage immunity back to him. Granted, this is also assuming that you've got Cat is okay without using that damage immunity on the cooldown. The cooldowns being not reset. We'll get the word order then. But yeah, there's a theory behind it. I'm not sure it's worth doing anything to him because yeah, it's not really an urgent thing. But if you're trying to maximise your CPIT score, it might be one to consider at the very least. Just finding maybe some healthy mods that have got very little to no speed on them. Okay. Let's have a look at Shack Attack. What, yeah, 323. And you haven't rolled a couple of your mods, so yeah, that is very interesting. Alright, but the square was a little lightweight. And I say a little at 10, you know, it's not bad. So yeah. I mean, that was very good. I'm surprised I haven't rolled that. Bit of a shame about the tenacity primary, but Yeah, I think the only thing that's really missing here is health. At Relic 7, she can be pushing 100k health quite comfortably. So it's that balance between, do I mod for the speed or do I mod for the health? Me personally, I don't tend to use her with the clones, so I figure she's kind of useful being fast, but equally I don't want her to be faster than some of my other Jedi or Galactic Republic, so at times I lower her speed a little bit just to essentially give her more survivability. But I say a little bit, it's not like I deliberately make her slow either, it's just I don't... Like, you've got your top tier speed mods, and then I maybe give her my B stuff, you know, the stuff that's like, okay, I've given my fast guys the stuff they need, she can have the next bunch. So maybe you could afford to do that. I don't know, we'll see in a bit if we've had a look and I thought maybe there's someone who could be sped up, but so far your speed's looking quite good. Let's have a look at GMY. 302 speed, very nice. And okay, a little bit shy on special offense there, maybe just a little bump up there. But again, you could probably get that from something like rolling that. Maybe not. Yeah, you won't get much there. Nor that. No. Bit of a shame you didn't get an offense primary. Yeah, no look there. Yeah, and you got the offense there, but yeah, a bit of bad luck with the actual rolls. But yeah, a lot of good stuff in there. I mean, you can't really do much about it, sadly, so unless you get another mod. But he's looking all right. It's just maybe 12k is what I'd be pushing at. All right, Padders. Ooh, went past it. 83k health, 274 speed. Okay. I would say both of those are reasonable. I think if you're using Padme with JMK in Grand Arena, try and push the speed higher. Ideally 300 plus. It's not easy because, well, I say it's not easy. She's only got 96 there. So it isn't the easiest thing, but it's not the hardest thing. Because you obviously want to keep the health stats up. You don't want to really go to a speed set. So yeah, it's a bit of a balancing act, but if you can get that speed number up higher, then it does mean that she's going to be more annoying with JMK. Just more turns for her to use Cunning Plan and essentially just keep making it harder for you to get through the protection up. Okay, I think those are the key ones I would want to look at. So yeah, other than that, Plo Koon, get him up to Relic. Relic 7, come on. Okay, we've got Geonosians, Gear 12, Spy, we've got Gear 11, Gear 9? And that's 9, yeah. I'm just counting the rings. And so it's like a tree, isn't it? So yeah, a little bit of work to do here. I don't know if Sunfak is eligible for what mission? No, he's a little short. So you're a bit like me there. I know I need to work on my Sunfak. On my main account, anyway. Alright, so we've had a look at your troopers. We're going to skip them. Inquisitors, just giving a touch of love for get them into these GCs, I imagine. Alright, Jawas, anything? Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be much overlap here, if I'm going to be brutally honest. I don't think there's... The only thing I will take a quick glance is JKR. What's the speed you've got? 306. Okay. When you're putting speeds out left, right, and centre, I can kind of respect it. JKR, that's slow. I'm raising my fingers there for inverted commas. But yeah, 330 is the ideal goal, but when you've got, say, 340 Piets and 320 Bosks, naturally JKR will slow down a little bit. So, yeah, I think it's just a case, keep farming your mods, keep improving them, eventually you'll get him back up to scratch. Okay, Mandalorians, anything here? Okay, you've got Gear 13 Armourer, alright, let's have a quick nosy. 330 speed, very nice. So, I'm just thinking, you have got a faster Armourer than you've got Thrawn. So, you should be able to do a Armourer Thrawn, what team. Sorry, I had to think what the comp was in my head then. But yeah, that's a very good. That's very good to have up your sleeve. I do need to optimize my armor for that reason. On this account I'm running on right now, my armor is probably 298 or something, and my throne's a bit faster. So yeah, ideally I do need to mix it all up a bit, but for now it'll do. Yeah, the armor can do things in other teams. It's not the worst thing. I've lost a counter, that's all. All right, I'm talking about myself there. Sorry. So yeah, Asajj. Yeah, I get it. You got gas. You kind of just let these chill. We've given Daka the old 69. So yeah, I'll leave that there. Old Republic. No salty love here. I'm curious if I'm going to see one of those soon. But yeah, pretty much what you'd expect from JKR and Darth Revan. Okay, we've got CLS, we've got 3PO, we've got Chewbacca, Han, and 3PO and Chewie. So let's just scroll through these, see how they're looking. We've got offense, we've got offense, we've got offense. Okay. Heavy offense. 290 speed, that's good. Tenacity 81%, that's not bad. And then damage 7525, okay. Yeah, that isn't bad. I mean, I'm just going to run that through my calculator a minute because I'm just a little bit curious. So if I just go bring that up again for myself, that is, hang on, I want the tenacity on screen. So 81.29. Okay, so then 3PO and Chewie takes 40% of that. So times 0.4, and then everyone gets 20%. So that's half essentially. So 16% goes to CLS, which means you go up to 97% tenacity. That's if I've done my calculations right anyway. So I look at that and I think that could do have been bumped up a little bit. So the trouble is you've got very high roll mods here. So you couldn't really afford to just roll something naturally. Yeah, you got 5 there, so you don't really want to be taking a punt on that. By the way, well done getting 25 on an arrow like that. That is very good rolls. Yeah, you're a bit unlucky because the tenacity that you've got on secondaries, you've rolled the mods well. So yeah, I don't really know what I can add there, except for maybe if you can... Oh, I was thinking if you could do something with 3PO and Chewie, but that wouldn't really help either. The thing is, right, I suppose it isn't that bad for CLS when I think about it. Learn control, he has 100% tenacity, so the tenacity isn't about him, it's about his teammates. So, when you think about it, 16% is very low for the others. So let's have a look at Chewie, let's see if it mattered. Yeah, it kind of mattered. So 16 on top there is 97. That's a bit low. I mean, if you think you face a potent gas, every AoE is going to cripple you, and that is not good. I mean, you've got your tenacity primary there. What I would say, there is no shame in going for a full tenacity build on Chewbacca. So tenacity mod sets, tenacity primary, just load him with it, because Chewbacca is an attacker. But when you think the CLS team is made up of 4 attackers and a support. Well, Chewbacca, in a sense, is a support. You know, he doesn't play like it, but he is, because he's the one that keeps the whole thing ticking over. You know, he's the one with the guard, he's the one that will constantly assist at a turn. So, yeah, Chewbacca is the one that needs protecting. You know, in a match, I go for Chewbacca first because I think, yeah, he's the one who I need to eliminate. He's the one who will help me control the rest of the team. So, yeah, I look at it and I think, for that reason, tenacity builds is not bad. I feel like I just finished a very bad essay saying that. Oh, God, sorry, I'm recording this at 20 to midnight now, and it's not late, but I'm just I think I'm getting there. I don't want another cup of coffee at this time either. Alright, so crit damage, a bit low, but saying that it's gear 12, so it is gear 12, isn't it? Yeah, so I'm being a touch harsh there. You got crit chance, potency. Yeah, what I'd be saying, offense primary. I know he can remove turn me to a quick draw, but yeah, it's not really worth it if we're being honest. It's probably better just going full offense. So yeah, crit damage sets aren't bad, but I'm thinking offense primary at the very least on the cross. Okay, so that's about it really, because 3PO, there isn't too much to him, just mod for potency and speed, which I can see you doing. 256, 119, pretty solid numbers there. And 3PO and Chewie, I'll be up front. At gear 10, I wouldn't know what numbers I'm looking at. I don't scale up well. If you notice, I don't talk about anything below gear 12 usually, just for the fact that I don't really know what damage numbers and speed numbers are correct. So it's not like I'm being elitist, but it's just the fact that unless I've had something myself at that level for a while, I don't really know what I'm looking for. So I don't want to con anyone. Alright, so resistance, yep, pretty... yeah, pretty empty. I'm regretting not having that cup of coffee now. Alright, scoundrels, anything here? We got Relic 5 Bam. I saw him earlier, but I thought I'll save him for the scoundrels list. So, let's see. 259, 7898. But I think the interesting question is, how are your ships for that faction? So I'm just going to come back to Scoundrels in a second, but how are they lined up? Because that will kind of influence my opinion on the modding, and yep, they are lined up in the correct order. You've got a faster Xanadu Blood than you've got a Razor Crest. So 181 and 180. And say well done. That takes a bit of effort. I mean, I'm stuck on my main account. I can't do what you've just done there. I'm stuck because my BAM's Relic 7. So yeah, I'm probably going to have to go the other way and speed CAD up. Take him to Relic 7. So yeah, well done. You know, I've come back to it. The only reason I was doing that, it explains why BAM's Relic 5, why he's got certain mods on him. I'm not saying they're bad mods, but I imagine they have been done for Razor Crest over BAM. CG, ship mods, please. I would take ship mods over Datacrons. For the record, I'm not even going into Datacrons here, but let's just say I think a lot of people would take that right now. Okay, so not too much else to look at here, if I'm going to be honest. Yeah, let's have a look at your nest. Full tenacity build. 170. Oh wow, no speed. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Impressive. I don't think I've seen a zero modded speed nest before. Yeah, very tasty. I imagine that is very annoying in nuke teams, because if you can get nests to be just constantly not taking a turn, anything like CLS will struggle. Although, saying that, would it? Because you've got so much tenacity on her now that, say you took a CLS in, they would gain a lot of turn meter via the fact she's resisting. But I'm just debating, would it? Yeah, I think you'd be right. I was just debating if it would slow her down, but the thing is, she would, even though she'd resist, they'd still gain so much turn meter that even if they punch through the tenacity, chances are they would still be too quick to get to her. Sorry, I had to think that through in my head. I had the battle play out. Yeah, very interesting. That I imagine that nest is annoying. Can't say I'd like face it. I mean, granted, I know you've always got counters like the Mandalorian that could take it out, but yeah, I imagine if you got 4 teams left, you wouldn't want to face that. Alright, Separatists. Grievous, goal 150 health. Have you got it? 148. You haven't got the crit damage either. Okay, so a little bit of work to be done there. You want the crit damage triangle. So, a little bit disappointing. That's probably the first... Ooh, okay. Yeah. Big no-no. I recognise there's an argument for potency as far as trying to land these target locks so that you can remove turn meter, etc. But honestly, I would prioritise health over it. So, yeah, you can get rid of a bit of that. Namely that primary. Put the health primary on, crit damage primary, get some, by all means put potency in the secondaries because I think it's an okay thing to mod for. But yeah, I would really try and prioritise 150k health, and then if you want, put this bit of potency in. Okay. What Tambo? How quick? 300. Okay, that's pretty respectable. How's Django? I didn't look at Django in the other two opportunities I had. 269. Alright. Feels like a bit of a meme number, that. But yeah, you got 75 damage. Respectable. Dooku. Give him a Zeta. Flawless riposte is not a bad Zeta to have. 308. Yeah, definitely give him a Zeta. He will appreciate it, I promise. B1, how fast? 274 speed with 7,698 damage. That's pretty good. I'm in two minds right now about how to mod B1. I have been modding like yourself, offense and potency. I'm trying out speed and potency right now, just for the fact that the theory is that B1 is the one that gives out the target lock the most. So if you just look at basic, he's the one who can keep the enemy, keep your team healed, because he's constantly basicing and constantly healing up droid allies. Plus, if he's faster, it means he'll be able to come back around, use blast them, inflict target lock. You know, there's a bit of logic to going for speed. Not to mention droid battalion. It's on this one. Here we go. Each stat grants B1 2% offense, so he gains offense quite naturally. So even though boosting the number is not a bad way, you think, say you've got the lower offense number in these stats, it's still going to climb with each stack of droid battalion. So yeah, it's not the worst thing to maybe try and think of speed. But like I say, I'm in two minds because I had that build for a long time and I did like it. But I'll see how I'm getting on with the speed potency set build and see how we get on. Alright, final one I'm going to look at, Magna. Crit avoidance, health. Okay, health's a different one. Protection. Alright, so that I would change to protection and as well. Yeah, I did go with... Yeah, I've always gone crit avoidance, protection. If you want to throw a defense set in there, or sorry, defense primary, I wouldn't say it's the worst thing either. Health, I don't really see much merit to, just for the fact that once he's in health, usually you're in trouble. So, yeah, I'd just mod for protection all the way. Tenacity isn't terrible, but I wouldn't go for that. I know you haven't, I'm just theorising here. So, yeah, protection, defense, just anything like that. If you can make him a bit quicker as well, it wouldn't hurt, just for the fact that if he's taking a turn, it means he can just get one of his abilities off, cleanse his debuffs. So yeah, quite interesting. All right, let's go to your Sith. All right, so Sith Eternal Emperor. We got health all the way. 190. Oh, wow, you didn't even mod for protection. That takes some effort. Well done. Okay, let me just look at your primaries. Yep, health, speed, offense, health, speed, offense. Yeah, well done. You've done well with a few of these, just completely negating stats. It takes some doing. So, yeah, well done. I don't know exactly if you... I mean, 191 seems high to me. I can't imagine you could get much higher, but, yeah, well done. So, from here, let's have a look at Malik. maybe mix up the Sith Empire a bit here. So, load of defense stats: 158, 252 speed, 94 tenacity. So I'll repeat what I've said before. If he's on his own, which he has been with 3v3, well, potentially been on his own in 3v3, then yeah, tenacity makes sense. Make him tenacious, that way he can survive debuffs, etc. In a Darth Revan team, tenacity is completely, well, not completely, but almost completely negated by ferocity. So you lose tenacity for every stack of ferocity, and considering you start the battle with 5 stacks, go up to 10 quite quickly, you're losing a lot of tenacity. So I look at it and I think, yeah, that 94%, 5 stacks of ferocity, you're down to, I believe, I'll double check it when we look at Darth Revan, I believe he goes down to something like 20% tenacity just when he takes a turn. So he takes another turn when Revan's up the ferocity. He's into negative tenacity effectively. So yeah, you look at it and you think it's not worth it. So you've got nice protection there. I would focus on just upping your speed if you gain rid of tenacity. Because yeah, it looks like a nice thick Malik build, and I do like them. I would argue it's important to have Malik fast just so that you can take a turn after Revan. If we go to your BSF, yeah, your BSF's 269, so I'd say that's slow. I mean, I don't know what your Revan's at, but I'd say that's slow. Let's have a look at your Revan. Let's just get that one out of the way. Actually, let's go for speed. Let's just see how they are ordered. Yeah, so yeah, I've got Revan pretty fast, but I saw something there that wasn't great. 346 there, but what I saw then was a bit awkward. I'm looking and thinking Darth Sidious ahead of Bastila. Yeah, 100 speed from mods. That ain't right. I mean, Sidious isn't terrible. Maybe modding him this way for Territory War or something. But yeah, yeah, that's a bit rough. I don't think I've ever seen a Darth Sidious quicker than the Bastila. So yeah, I think she'd like those mods. But equally, what my whole point was that ideally you want Malik to be going before Bastila, just for the pre-taunt, or what is effectively a pre-taunt. So Revan goes first, he lands Fear on the leader, Malik will then take a turn, he'll use his shock ability, and then essentially Bastila is protected with a taunt. So yeah, it's why you could do with upping the speeds a bit just so that they're all a bit tighter. Think of your Bosk and your Grief. You could just do it getting them closer. You don't have to like get them on each other's toes, but try and get them in the right order. You want, say you've got this lot, you'd kind of want it to be Revan, Malik, Bastila, but say your Dooku is just naturally quick, it wouldn't hurt for it to be Revan, Dooku, Malik, Bastila. Yeah, so just lift him up a row. Okay, let's just sort by all again. And I actually think that's it for this. I don't think there's any more on this screen I want to look at. And Sith Empire, the only other one who I could look at is HK. So I will skip there as well. Last one, I guess, Tuscans. Alright, it was worth a look.
You mean by peso?
Alright, my Siri device decided to chime in then. So yeah, I don't think I've missed anything. So I'll have a quick look at your ships and then we'll do some final thoughts. So let's just go all. Here we go. Ooh, it's by speed, of course. It wasn't right then. So you've got Home 1, Endurance, Executrix, Chimera, Negotiator, Malevolence, and Executor. So this is the downside of not going for Ray and Slacker. You don't get Finalizer and Radis quite easily. I'm curious how far away you are from them. So you got a 4-star Echelon. That Resistance X-Wing takes a bit of time to farm up, I can tell you. I was surprised how long it actually took, despite it being in the stores. So just keep an eye on that one. Same with Poe. Poe is quite elusive in the stores. I'm going to have to farm his node, I think. Kylo Ren's Command Shuttle. Bit of a pain if you got Scion, so I feel you there. Ebon Orc, if you're going for Radis, that could take a bit of time. So again, good luck with the Cantina farm. But yeah, I think the rest are all looking okay that you would need. Maybe Lando's ship? Did I skip over that? I'm guessing I did. Either that or you haven't got it. Probably haven't got it because I don't think I remember seeing L3. Oh, well done on the Emperor's Shuttle as well. Again, tricky farm, so well done. But yeah, let me just revisit your comment a minute, because you said you were going for JKL, so I did miss a few things there. Not deliberately, but let's just have a look at the actual JKL farm. So the one thing that isn't in a faction is Wampa. So where is your Wampa on this list? Gear 11. All right, you're 6-star as well, so hopefully that will come soon enough. I'm assuming that you've pretty much just waiting to get the get you need. So, like I say, good luck there, because Wampa, obviously you got the Omicron ready. It's well worth it. I mean, I bet even now you could take out some really small teams in GA. So, yeah, it's a bit of fun, that. What else is the farm? You've got your Vader, you've got your CLS. You haven't got Rolo, I don't think. I don't remember seeing Rolo. Let's just have another look. Yeah, your Lando's gear 11. Rolo's gear 11. Captain Han, where is he? Can't see. Oh no, Captain Han's there. He's gear 9. So you've got a bit of work to do there. If we're talking about the JML aspect as well, you're a little bit behind on Han, obviously. Chewie's 3PO and Chewie, sorry, is just a little bit behind as well. Those two will need. Well, you'll need another. Well, hang on, CLS isn't part of the JML farm, so you don't need to do anything there, but you need 2 more for 3PO, 3 more for Chewbacca. Obviously R6 there, R5 there. Quite a way to go on R2. I'm just trying to remember who they all are off my head. 3 and 3 there, you got a 5 there, a 5 there, a 3 there. So yeah, quite a few that you just need to push on a little bit. Obviously you got to work on Mon. Not a bad investment by any stretch, that. And Hoda. I didn't see a Hoda before. Ooh, you haven't even unlocked Hoda. Oh, that one could be painful. I don't know if you've got the shards and you've just not done anything with him. Or if you've thought, right, I'm going to work on Wampa now and then I'll go for Hermit Yoda after. But yeah, I really hope you've got him at 5-star but just not clicked activate, because that will be brutal just as far as waiting for him. I mean, granted, it'll give you time to farm the tunes up for JML as well, but man, oh man, oh man, that could be really hard waiting for that. So yeah, for your sake, I hope that he's just not been activated. Okay, so I'm trying to think if there's anyone else. I mean, you've got Han's Millennium Falcon, you've got Wedge, so you got the ship's mission sorted. Yeah, off my top of my head, I can't think of any other stage of that event that you're missing. So in general, I'd say you're looking good. The one other thing that you did bring up was First Order, and you're naturally behind there. What I would say, again, I can only talk about what I can see, and if there is a delay with Hermit Yoda, this will give you time to at least build a team up here. As far as you don't need to actually get the full Slacker farm done, but perhaps you could get Crew, Kylo, Hux, Stormtrooper, and Red Trooper. You could get them built. That way you've got a team of 5 that is kind of doing something for you, and then when you're farming the others, it's like, okay, you guys are just supporting what I'm doing. So, yeah, that's one maybe to think on, but to be fair, how I'd also view it, if you're talking about no Hermit, then while you're waiting for that get to roll in, then you've got plenty of time to get all the other requirements sorted for JML and just be waiting on JKL being ready for when the event's passed. So, yeah, I think that could be quite an interesting farm. I'm curious how you get on with it, because you do look like you're in a good position, except for that one thing. So, I'm curious how you get on. I mean, okay, but you've still got work to do, I'm not going to lie, but when I said you're in a good position, I was lying a bit there. But, yeah, I don't think you're, like, miles away either. Again, just because how it looks, you've got time. You know, even if you're getting a lot of getting, there's always a limit of how much you can use. So, yeah, I do think you've got time on your side, which means you've got a lot of time to get these relics sorted, which means once you've got JKL, boom, you're ready. So hopefully that's how it lines up for you. Alright, I've been recording for 50 minutes. That's long enough for me. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, folks. Do you think that Sceptog here will be able to get JML straight after JKL? Because I could see a good hoarding on the horizon here, but maybe I'm just being optimistic and starry-eyed. Let me know what you think, folks. Pleasure looking at your roster, Sceptog. Let me know what you think. And yeah, other than that, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, all the usual YouTube jazz, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now, everyone.